So, One Direction might be making a comeback, because it's their 10-year anniversary, and I, believe it or not, was a little bit of a Directioner as a child. Okay, I ran a fan page and had 3 t-shirts. Anyways, I'm gonna audition to be the 5th member of One Direction since Zayn dipped. I can sing, I can dance, and I'm an excellent songwriter too, believe it or not. I feel like me and Harry Styles would be really good friends too and drink tea together, or I could be his peasant and carry all his bags and stuff for him, but even that would be an honor. Also, my British accent is impeccable. Okay, well, at least I could be their token minority and add some flavor and spice. Even though one time I put 2 drops of hot sauce on my burrito and I almost upchoked. Anyways, One Direction, please hire me. You don't even have to pay me. All I want is some tortilla chips once a day and someone to watch my dog while we go on tour. Okay, please hire me. Bye. I was chugging oat milk when I began to wonder, how do they milk an oat? Or how do they milk almonds? Or like, how do they milk cashews? Hey, that doesn't matter. I want to talk about something more important, like why are guinea pigs called guinea pigs when they're neither in the pig family or from Papua New Guinea? I bet that the first rodent to be called a pig felt so bad and probably cried. Anyways, both are kept in cages and that makes me sad. I really want to sword fight someone before I pass away, but like, I don't want to pass away sword fighting, you know? Like, imagine if whenever you had beef with someone, you just said YOLO and got on your horse and jousted at each other like a freaking knight. Anyways, they keep laying awake in the middle of the night thinking about how scientists have literally told us that the planet's dying, but like everyone in the world is like, I don't care, and keeps eating cows which fart so much that it created a hole in the ozone layer. So, you know what? We need to start canceling people for farting. I want to see TikTok room post people who get caught farting, and then everyone unstands them. So I'm asking you, viewer of this TikTok, to expose someone for farting right now. Thank you. When I woke up this morning, I decided to turn myself into a cake because I freaking feel like it. It's a free country and you should be able to drive over to Michael's and buy $50 worth of cake supplies and put it all in your face even though it's not skin friendly if that's what you want. Anyways, I tore open my bag and realized I need the bag to make a ball cap. So I pulled it back and tied it, and then I realized how busted I would look if I was bald, and then I grabbed my icing and put it on my face only to realize it's not icing but tempera paint that is not skin friendly. And it started to burn, so I put the sprinkles on and then candles in my nose, but then they were falling out, so I put some in my ears as well and they looked like Shrek. And finally, the cake look was complete. But at that point, my skin felt like lava, so I ripped my cake forehead off and I ran into the shower, and we're out of time, I'm so sorry. But if you want to see the aftermath and the rash I got, the link to the YouTube video is in my bio. I was at the dentist getting a piece of road removed from my mouth because last week I was on a leisurely walk when I saw a piece of chocolate on the ground and I was like, oh, a dog could eat that and get sick, and also free chocolate. So I popped it in my mouth, no questions asked, only to discover that it wasn't chocolate, but was in fact tar from a road that they were paving. So anyways, they were taking it out when I saw something weird on the TV screen. It was like hypnotism or something. I could barely stay awake. Next thing I knew, I was frolicking through a field of flowers while Gummy Bear played in the disc. All of a sudden, I woke up in the middle of nowhere and my mouth felt really funny. I opened up my mouth to see that they had stolen all of my teeth. I fell to the ground and cried as I realized I'll never be able to eat tortilla chips or smile ever again. In that very moment of despair, a meteor landed right in front of me, sending chunks flying. Out of curiosity, I picked one up and it sent me back in time to 5 seconds before. So I picked up a piece of time travel rock, popped in my mouth, and next thing I knew, can you imagine if TikTok actually did get banned? Like how boring life would be? You'd be walking your dog when someone drives by playing Say So by Doja Cat and you do the dance only to remember a time of laughter and fun, and you fall to the ground in tears and you let go of your dog's leash and she runs away, so now you've got no dog. And you try to make yourself feel better by looking at some dogs on TikTok, but you can't because it doesn't exist. Since there's nothing left for you, you decide to join the Amish colony near you and you churn butter and farm onions for the rest of your life until one day they catch you playing Animal Crossing on a Nintendo Switch and excommunicate you from the colony. You barely make it out of there with your onion collection, and you run off into a field in the middle of nowhere. And okay, I don't know how to finish this, but I just want to say, if TikTok does get banned, I'm forever grateful for your support. I won't be going anywhere because I post every Saturday on YouTube and I'm super active on Instagram. So if you enjoy my videos, please go follow me on those platforms. It means a lot. Love you. I bought some tortilla chips from the store, but while I was eating them, I realized that the TIT in the Tostitos logo is 2 people sharing some chips and salsa. I thought, how cute is that, as I sat there with no friends to share my chips and salsa with. And no TIT either, because I am a boy. But that's when I realized, duh, I can just throw myself a chip and salsa party. People can come over and we can make salsa, but not using tomatoes, because they are disgusting. Instead, we'll make, what's a good thing to turn into salsa? Dirty sock. That's it! Dirty sock salsa! Because anything tastes better than tomatoes. Anyways, I still need people to come to my salsa party, because right now, there's no TIT. So I did what any sane person would do. I posted my address on the internet. Instantly, my doorbell was ringing non-stop. And that's when I realized I posted my address on comerobme.com. After looking at my video doorbell, I didn't want to give the creeps outside any of my belongings. And especially not my Animal Crossing amiibo. So I gave them the one thing I did not need salsa with tomatoes. Anyways, I may be having my salsa party alone now, but I still got my dirty sock salsa. I was walking my dog at the park when I looked down and realized my dog looks a little weird. Then I remembered I sold my dog for a gay chicken. And I wasn't at the park, I was at the zoo, and there were water chickens and tall deer and beefy dogs, and oh my god, the gay chicken is running away. I jumped into the camel pen and started showing off, and I was scared to get hurt, so I snuck through the barbed wire fence, only to find a wild boar right next to me, and I thought he was chill until he started charging at me. So I escaped into the butterfly room, and then I snuck through an employees only door, and I thought I was safe, but standing right there was a zoo guard, and then he chased me into the parking lot because I guess I was trespassing. After running for an hour, I saw a Lime scooter, so I hopped on it and zoomed away. But then there was an entire flock of long chickens blocking the way, so I zoomed in the other direction, and that is when I crashed into a rock. When I woke up, I was speaking in Minecraft enchantment table, but I still got my gay chicken though. I was walking my dog at the park when I looked down and realized my dog looks a little weird. Then I remembered I sold my dog for a gay chicken. And I wasn't at the park, I was at the zoo, and there were water chickens and tall deer and beefy dogs, and oh my god, the gay chicken is running away. I jumped into the camel pen and started showing off, and I was scared to get hurt, so I snuck through the barbed wire fence, only to find a wild boar right next to me, and I thought he was chill until he started charging at me. So I escaped into the butterfly room, and then I snuck through an employees only door, and I thought I was safe, but standing right there was a zoo guard, and then he chased me into the parking lot because I guess I was trespassing. After running for an hour, I saw a Lime scooter, so I hopped on it and zoomed away. But then there was an entire flock of long chickens blocking the way, so I zoomed in the other direction, and that is when I crashed into a rock. When I woke up, I was speaking in Minecraft enchantment table, but I still got my gay chicken though. I was devouring the fried soul of a baby octopus when I realized I want one of those trendy octopus plants. So I drove to the nearest plant store, which was just called Plant, and I found them. I couldn't just plop it on the floor, so I got a cool little kit to put the octoplant in. And then I shoplifted a single leaf, because I haven't shoplifted like forever, and I wanted some action. Then we were driving home, and I saw some sirens, because I guess they saw me steal the leaf, so I hopped out the car and hid in a bush until they drove away. Anyways, we got home and put together a little octopus ball for the little octopus baby, and added sand and gravel and the octopi. Fun fact, the plural for octopus is actually octopi. Anyways, then we finished it off with moss and grabbed a hook to hang it on the wall with. Oh yeah, we also got a cactus. We were putting it in a pot, but then there wasn't enough dirt, so we did a dirt transplant from the plant, but that plant didn't survive the transplant, so we transplanted dirt from the big plant to the cactus plant, but during the transplant, we spilled some dirt. Anyways, now that we have a cute little octopus plant and a cactus, they need some names, so please help me find one. Today I woke up and decided it's a good day to buy a hamster. My friend and I zoomed over to the hamster store and we looked at them and they were so cute. And we realized we need a hamster house and some hamster food, so we loaded up a cart and got a bunch of toys and bedding. Then it was time to pick a hamster, so we got an employee to open up the box and my friend picked a little one and then it bit her. And like, not like a tiny bite, like this hamster got like a whole vein and there was this family watching horror as my friend lost blood. Anyways, that hamster was canceled and we grabbed a different one and the employee put her in a different box, but we were about to go in the car and we were like, this box sucks, so we put her in her own little transport orb. Then we got home and put together her little hamster house with a little carrot, and we took her out the hamster ball and she was exploring and vibing, and she still doesn't have a name, so if you have any ideas, please let me know. Okay, this is why I'm banned from Zoom. A few weeks ago, I joined some of my followers' Zoom classes. I'm with Zoom technical support, and we've been getting some DDoS attacks, and they've got like your Minecraft password, your Roblox password.
I don't actually have Minecraft or any of that.
No, it was just some good old jokes, and I posted on YouTube for fun, but what I didn't expect was for the video to get almost 2 million views. And I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. And then I went to bed, and when I checked my email the next day, I found out that people snitched, and the teacher sent privacy complaints. Now, I haven't been on this planet for too long, but I did not think jail would be coming this soon. So obviously, I blurred all the faces out, and I thought it was done, but that's when I got emails from some of them. The first email was from a mom asking if it was her child that sent me the Zoom link, and I'm like, I don't remember what I had for breakfast. Oh wait, I do remember. It was a big old bowl of nothing, because my stomach doesn't activate until 3 p.m, and I hate eggs because they're just chicken poop that becomes a baby chicken. Anyways, I told her I didn't know until a teacher emailed me. We're out of time, but if you want to see what they said and why Zoom banned me, the link to the YouTube video is in my bio. My sleep paralysis demon woke me up last night, but like, I'm not scared of demons. In fact, I'm so bored and lonely that I've tried everything to get them to haunt me so I can have a friend. Like last week, I performed a ritual on my kitchen floor and tried to summon the ghost of Ja, but all he did was say, hey, and then knocked a book on my head. Not even evil spirits want me. Then, I thought maybe if I make them angry, they'll visit me, so I used a Ouija board to call the spirits in my house ugly and fat. Then I poured up some shots of holy water. But that's when my video doorbell showed something terrifying. My front door swung open and I felt a cold breeze and it gave me goosebumps. I meant the other kind of goosebumps. I was on the ground, but when I looked up, I saw I had summoned the ghost of Chef Gusteau from Ratatouille. My kitchen lit up with cooking and light as he told me anyone can cook. There was a pot of something yummy boiling. I said, Chef Gusteau, what are we cooking? And he said, when was the last time you saw your dog? It was just a dream. I was burning down a village in Minecraft when I realized I haven't had human contact in 4 months. Since the pandemic, I've lost all social skills. When I went to the store to buy some foot cream, I screamed because I saw a live human with skin and hair. And I immediately ran out of the store. I forgot that there are like 7 billion people that exist outside my house and do their own thing. It took me a decade to learn how to have a normal conversation with strangers without my social anxiety taking over, and I don't feel like going through that again. So, I decided to go live in the wilderness. I was walking around and found a really cool mushroom on the ground, and I was feeling a little hungry, so I popped it in my mouth. But all of a sudden, I felt dizzy, and that's when I tripped and passed out. I woke up to my dog trying to eat me. Really? Already? I raised her for 10 years and it took her 2 hours in the forest to eat me? Anyways, I didn't think I was gonna make it much longer, so I wrote my story in the mud for anyone who finds me. My name is Ben. The hunger is no match for me as I lay in this meadow, but behind a Home Depot. Well, I'm going home. I was screaming into the void because I had dropped 10 pounds of protein powder on my pinky toe. Until I realized I'm almost at 5 million followers on here. Now, I can't even count to 5 because last week I crashed into a telephone pole while going too hard to oh my god, which gave me brain damage and memory loss. Oh my gosh, I just realized I'm almost at 5 million followers. I want to celebrate by eating 5 million olives because I love them so much. But when I opened my fridge, I only had 1 jar. So obviously I called a place where all olives come from, Olive Garden. They said to stop calling or they'll call the police. And I told them, if your breadsticks really are unlimited, then you should act like it and I won't light my table on fire in a fit of rage. But then they hung up and I realized I'd burned down every other Olive Garden in my city. So I thought I'll make my own Olive Garden. I drove over to an old abandoned restaurant, planted some olive trees, and decided to dedicate my life to harvesting the olives until I have 5 million to share with you guys. So come on down to Olive Garden. Listen, I don't want to get sued. Ooga booga. Ooga booga, stop that fish, stop that fish. Bruh, get over here. What? There's something in the water that looks exactly like me. What do you mean? We're caveman. Let me check. There's one of me in there too. What in the... Bro, what are we gonna do? I know. Take a picture of it with your cell phone. Ooga, that is such a good idea. Let's do it. Okay. Alright, here goes nothing. No, bro. He's got the same phone as me and everything. This is so messed up. Wait, bro, do you think it's got meat on it? You know what? That's a good idea. Go grab the fire stick. Alright, thanks, bro. Okay, bro, be careful. We don't know what that thing is. Bro, it just put out the fire stick. It's so powerful. We gotta go. Waka. Today was my first day working at Starbucks, and I was making a garbage water frappuccino. Until I realized this isn't a Starbucks, everything is fake. I'm in a fake Starbucks in IKEA. I ran as fast as I could to escape the fake Starbucks, and when I finally got out, I realized I still don't have a job. How am I gonna get enough money to buy a Shrek cardboard cutout? So I made a resume, even though I have 0 qualifications. I got in my car and drove to the haircut store, but they wouldn't hire me because they saw me give myself a bad quarantine haircut. So then I drove over to the grocery store, and then I was looking for the manager until some dude coughed in my face. I wiped the diseases off my face and then ran to my car to apply hand sanitizer. But I didn't realize I had a cut on my finger. It burned so bad that I passed out, but I was still driving my car and it rolled off by itself. When I woke up, I had no clue where I was. And my car was out of gas. I got out and realized I was in the middle of nowhere, but then I remembered I can just check my GPS and how did I end up in North Korea? Remember on New Year's Eve when we were all excited for 2020 to start, and then World War II almost started, and we were like, okay, that's the worst thing that's gonna happen this year. And then Australia walked in and said, you know what? I am gonna light on fire. And then immediately after that, we lost Kobe. And we're like, okay, that's enough for this year. But it wasn't, because then someone coughed. And the next thing you know, 6 million people were coughing. And then anything that ever brought anyone joy was canceled. And then after that, we were like, okay, this is too much. I would like to go to bed for the rest of the year. And then boom, murder hornets arrive in North America. Oh, what's that? That's just NASA discovering alternate universes that apparently exist now. And that thing in the sky? Oh yeah, that's an asteroid that almost wiped out humanity. Which at this point wouldn't be a bad thing. Oh yeah, the government also confirmed that they found UFOs, you know, as a little treat. And the year isn't even done yet. It's literally June. Like, what's gonna happen now? If you want to see my accurate prediction of what's gonna happen the rest of the year, the link to the YouTube video is in my bio. I was about to devour the souls of some poor shrimp when I realized they still have their heads on. So I ripped the head off and then ate the shrimp, but then I remembered it's only a matter of time before the FBI catches me for replacing their website with a chicken wing video. So I decided I'll make a shrimp army. So I put the shrimp heads in a bag and then I drove home and cut some lemons and put the shrimp heads on some sticks attached to the lemons so they would stand up. Then I placed the soldiers all around my house and they were all standing guard ready to protect me. I felt so safe with my shrimp army watching guard. So I went to the kitchen to make a salmon burger, but then I remembered salmon is seafood, shrimp is seafood. My shrimp army turned around in shock and horror when they saw what I was about to do. I tried telling them I'm sorry, but they were angry and were inching closer towards me. I didn't know what they were gonna do with me, so I picked them up by their shrimp antennas and spun them like a lasso above my head, and I flung them into the sky. The battle had been won. Every year since, I visit the graves where the battle took place. I pay my respects and apologize for being so shellfish. I was laying in the grass, trying to get a bee to bite me so that I could become one of them and pee honey and then sell it and become rich. But all I got was a lump and an allergic reaction. But as my throat was closing up, a genius idea came to my head. People buy things that belong to celebrities all the time, and the one time I sold my own hair, I got $20. Now, I don't want to go bald, but what I can do is scam. So I decided to sell Zendaya burps. I grabbed every container in my house and burped in hundreds of containers, and in an hour, I had millions of dollars worth of product. I set up my website, and the burps were flying off the shelves. I finally had enough money to buy my dream purchase on Amazon. So I ordered some uranium, hoping there would be enough to build my own nuclear power plant so that I could live on a deserted island forever. I was waiting and waiting for my package, and I started getting worried. My mailman always loses my packages, and uranium starts to decay if it's not held carefully. And eventually it'll Okay, so I don't think I'm going to the island. So I dropped out of school to become a TikToker, but that won't stop me from joining random Zoom classes and destroying them. First, I hacked a math teacher's study session. She was not happy to see me.
Show me yourself or you're out.
We have infiltrated your computer. You must press Alt F4.
Get out.
You'll get out. This is my Zoom now.
I'm stopping the Zoom.
I'm stopping you. You're done.
Okay, then I decided I would impersonate a Zoom tech support agent and get a teacher to end their Zoom class.
Hi there, Mr. Bankston. I'm with Zoom technical support, and we've been getting some DDoS attacks on certain streams. And they've got like your Minecraft password, your Roblox password. So we might need this meeting to restart.
I don't actually have Minecraft or any of that.
They're currently on Minecraft servers impersonating you, from what the IT department has told me.
Okay, and you're not going to join it after I restart it?
No, absolutely not.
So I need everybody to log off. I'm gonna end the meeting.
Dang it, we're out of time, but if you want to see them freak out, the link to the YouTube video is in my bio. Last night, I had a nightmare where I was performing CPR on my dog because she just swallowed an iPhone 10 32GB whole. And I thought she was gonna die, but then she spat it out and I was like, thank God. But then the screen lit up and it said that celebrity chef Guy Fieri had passed away. And then I started crying because he's a legend. But then it said that Timothée Chalamet killed him. And I was like, this makes no sense. At least I'm not him. He's going to prison. But then I looked in the mirror and I was Timothée Chalamet. And I was like, no way. So I texted my ex and told them that I had the biggest glow up in the history of all mankind. Now that I was Timothy, I was so happy knowing everyone loves me. But then I got so carried away with being him that I forgot that I was literally wanted by the police because I lit Guy Fieri on fire. Fiery Guy Fieri, arson. For some reason, I was in Zootopia and everyone was a furry, which was a nightmare in itself. And the cop at my door was my own dog. So I was like, come here, baby. You don't have to arrest me. But then she handcuffed me and threw me in a Russian prison where they play Dance Monkey on repeat to torture us. Thank God that was just a dream. Wait, what's that sound? No. Okay, here's how I finessed my way onto the red carpet at the MTV Movie Awards. So I got invited and flown out to LA and went straight to the awards venue, but I was a day early. And they were still setting up, but it was so cool. And they have signs for where every celebrity would sit. And that's when I saw my twin, Noah Centineo's chair. I sat in his seat, so Noah and I have officially touched our butts on the same chair. Oh, and I saw Bozzy's too. Then I went outside and they were rolling out the red carpet and setting up giant popcorn tubs made of gold. And then I walked down it. I don't know why I looked like that. But then the next day was the awards, and I was so nervous to go on the red carpet, but I got over my anxiety, which was skyrocketing. And I got my picture taken and I looked so awkward. Why did I smile like Debbie Ryan and then just walk away? So then I wandered around the red carpet, walking past actors that I've literally looked up to for years. I don't know who let me act like this, but I looked like a rat that got hit by a train. But then the show was starting, so I went inside and I found my seat, and there was this really, really yummy popcorn. And then Dwayne the freaking Rock Johnson did a performance, then walked right past me. And then Lizzo did too, and walked right past me again. And then I really had to pee, so I went outside, but then when I went back in, they were already filming, and I walked in front of the camera. We're out of time, but I vlogged the whole thing. If you want to go see it, the link to my YouTube is in my bio. I was enjoying some fresh strawberries when my doorbell rang. I wasn't expecting anyone, but I went and answered the door anyways. No one was there, but whoever rang the doorbell had left an egg? It was covered in blue speckles and it was warm. But I decided right then and there, I'm gonna care for this egg until it hatches and be a bird dad. I made a little house for it by grabbing a box and putting grass in it. Then I set up a heat lamp so the egg root would be nice and toasty. But I was getting bored of waiting for him to hatch, so I decided to take him on a walk. Well, it was more of a roll. I taught Egbert how to skate and showed him to my dog, but then she tried to eat him, and I was like, after a week, my son started to get an attitude. He would just roll away from me when I was talking to him and then go play Fortnite all day. But then one day we started arguing because the place was a chicken coop, and I got so mad I stormed off. I started to feel bad, so I went to go say sorry, but he was gone. I ran outside and I looked everywhere for him. I checked the patio, I went and looked in the garden. I was starting to freak out when Egbert? I was enjoying some banana on the cob when I realized lockdown is over here. So I got in the car, hit the gas, and drove to the closest thrift store, and I went thrifting. When I walked in the thrift store, I passed by the toy aisle, and there was a doll on the bottom shelf playing this really creepy song. And I know some dolls are cursed, but it's only $2, and the demon can keep me company, so I bought it. My mask is falling. Anyways, I brought it home, but when I looked at it again, I noticed there was a note attached to the bottom that read, "Make a wish or you'll float too!" And I thought, that's Pennywise's line. This doll's gonna get sued for copying the movie It before it possesses me. But I do be scared of demons, though. So I wished for the first thing that I could think of, which was an air fryer. Then after making my wish, I went to bed. I woke up the next morning to the birds chirping, the sunshine, and 300-pound air fryer on my chest, crushing me to the point where I couldn't breathe. I finally got it off and thought, you know what, Mr. Demon? Thank you for the air fryer. It's not exactly how Amazon would have delivered it, but I like your vision. Then I realized I have another wish left. I was thinking, what do I want more of? Some fire shoes. So I said, I want some fire. You want fire? No. I squeezed a whole bottle of lotion on my hands because they were as dry as my cat's ashes. And also, I wanted my hands to be soft for the date that I was going on today. I was late, so I ran upstairs, turned on the security system, and I was about to head out the door when I couldn't turn the knob. My hands were so lusciously moist from the moisturizer, they were just slipping and sliding off the knob. And I started freaking out because my security alarm would call the authorities if I didn't get out in 30 seconds. So I tried drying them off by rubbing them on my pants, but they still didn't have any grip. So I tried putting them in rice, and they were still too slippery. And then I looked at the security system, and I just 3 seconds left, so I fell to the ground crying, not knowing what to do. Until I remembered the driest thing in my house. My cat's ashes. I grabbed the urn and covered my hands in the dust, and I headed for the doorknob, and luckily it worked. I turned it, opened it, and...
Yo.